Hello, hello, it's Southern Belle. And after my first word puzzle book, where we all gathered around, curled up on the sofa, and together we worked some word puzzles, several of you asked for another video. So I debated what kind of word puzzle I should do. I didn't want to just do the same one again. I thought about crossword puzzles, but almost everybody knows how to work a crossword puzzle. And I thought about Sudoku, but I just don't like numbers, y'all. So, I decided that I would show y'all a fill-in puzzle. Do y'all know fill-ins? Fill-ins are very much like crossword puzzles in that they have these grids. But the difference is that you don't have to solve any of the answers. All of the answers are already given to you in these word columns. And you can see I've already done a whole lot in this book. So let me find one that I haven't done. That would be a good example. Okay. All right. Here we go. I think this is the first one I haven't done yet. I find it's easier to hold the book open to the right place if you put it on a board. For me, I use these little clipboards. Let's see if it's going to let me focus in. Okay, good, good. Oh, and if you're liking this little pumpkin that I have in the background, it's a candy dish. It is beautifully glazed. Look at the glaze on that. I still have a few left of these that didn't sell at the auction. I don't know if I'm going to put it back up for auction, but if you just want to buy it, just comment below or send me an email. Okay, let's do a puzzle. So the way you work these puzzles, let me see if I can get it in the screen here. Camera work is not my greatest forte, y'all. Here is all the words that are going to fill up the entire puzzle. And they're arranged by number of letters. So you just have to figure out by process of elimination which ones are going to fit where. And you always start with a provided word, which is really helpful. So, I see that this is a long word with a W in the middle. You can count the number of letters if it isn't obvious. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we need to pick an 8-letter word. There's only 2 choices, so that makes it simpler. The choices are either borders or glowered, and we can see that there's a W in it, so we know for sure that the answer is going to be glowered. Now, don't judge my handwriting, y'all. My handwriting is as awful as my math is. Okay, and when we put in the answer, we'll just color it in. Okay, and so then we can use the letters and the spaces left to fill in any of these other words. So here we would need a 5-letter word that starts with a G. Oh, gloom! Well, I certainly hope there's not going to be any gloom with this video. No gloom or doom. If anything, it is doing these puzzles that takes away the feeling of gloom or of isolation or of aloneness. Because even though you're watching this on video, I really do pretend in my mind that you're sitting right here with me, that we're doing the puzzle together, that you're yelling at me. Belle, Belle, this is the answer. Or Belle, how could you not know that? Come on now. Okay, so we need a 5-letter word that begins with L. Oh, Lorna. Like Lorna Doone cookies. Have y'all tried those? I try to get into those, and I'm sure if you like shortbread, they are delicious, but I just don't think they have all that much taste. Now, maybe if they were dipped in chocolate, especially dark chocolate. Okay, 5-letter word that begins with an O. It would be owned. See, this isn't so hard. Okay, we need a 5-letter word that begins with M. Madly, like madly, deeply in love. Okay, we need a 6-letter word that begins with O-N-E. Oh, I bet it's going to be O'Neill. Great playwright. Okay, we need a 6-letter word that begins with O-R-N, ornate. I certainly like things that are ornate. Yes, that's right. I like the fancy stuff. I'm the more is more kind of girl. And if you saw my decorating videos, you probably saw me do a little bit of that or heard me talk about it. Okay, here we need a 6-letter word that ends in T-L-Y. Oh, gently. Okay, let's see. We need a 4-letter word that begins with N. Okay, Nero. Nice. Like Nero playing his fiddle while Rome burned? Whew. But of course, don't we probably have some politicians that have been doing things we had no idea they were doing while parts of the country were burning down? But don't get me started on politics. Okay, 4-letter word, A-G-N. See, these aren't that difficult. Now, in this book, this is only level 37 of, I didn't look to see how many puzzles were in this, but you can tell by looking here, it's still very in the beginning. So that's why this one's so simple. If y'all like this, I may even sell some of these at the auction on Saturday. I try to have some kind of puzzle books, some kind of reading books or magazine, and some kind of adult coloring books as well to offer up to the auction block. And they seem to have been fairly popular lately. Okay, I need a 7-letter word that ends in I-E-R. Okay, here we go. We are moving along. Okay, I need a 5-letter word beginning in D. Okay, that's going to be door. Oh, I'm sorry, not door, dodge. Okay, let's see, an R word with 4 letters. That would be rise. And I'll rise up, rise like the wave. Wave? Rise like the wind? Rise like the... Oh, I shouldn't have gotten started singing. I am not one of those people who naturally sings the correct words. Okay, I need a word that is 6 letters that ends in I-N. That would be remain. Kind of like the movie Remains the Day. Did y'all ever see that really old movie? Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, wait. Let me get this in the shot. Sorry, I was looking at the paper, not at the screen. Hopefully now y'all can see. My apologies. This would be borders. Sometimes I get so involved in doing the puzzle, I forget to try to line it up for y'all. But y'all are important to me. I need to learn to check more. Okay, let's go up here. 4-letter word ending in B. Snub. Let me ask y'all, when y'all get snubbed by somebody, either in real life or online, do y'all care, or do you just shrug and go on? Or is it one of those things that really like sticks in your craw? Tell me in the comments about that, because I always wonder if people really get upset about those little slights, or they could care less, maybe don't even notice. And if you do notice, are you small-minded about it? I gotta tell you, most of the time, I don't even notice unless somebody messages me and says, do you know what somebody said about you? Or that somebody didn't say hi to you, and I'm like, I didn't even notice. So, but you know, there are some of those people who are going to point it out so that you do notice. Oh my, but don't get me started. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we need a 6-letter word that ends in S and a 6-letter word that ends in H. Oh, except this isn't an H, this is an N. I have poor handwriting. Okay. Well, that makes this word Dylan. See, if you write so poorly that you can't tell what you wrote, that can mess you up on these puzzles if you're reading your own handwriting wrong. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 7 letters here. One has the middle letter, well, not middle letter, the third letter I and the third letter L. Let's look over here. Okay, it's going to have to be Orioles and ballots. I hope everybody cast their ballots. I wholeheartedly believe in voting. I know some of you will say, oh, it's all about the Electoral College. It is. It absolutely is. But there is local voting, especially on the issues that affect your own local town, local province, local, I almost started to say parish, but y'all have counties. I think my state, in fact, I know my state is the only one that has parishes instead of counties. Okay, let's see what we have now. We need a 3-letter word that ends in ET. We'll see, it could be wet or pet. So when you get stuck in that way, when it could be 2 different possible answers, you just skip it and go on to something else and then come back. So let's go over here. It's a 5-letter word and it has an OB in the center. So that's going to have to make this one Robin. Like Rockin' Robin. Rockin' Robin, rock, rock tonight. Rockin' Robin, rock, rock tonight. Okay, so the top word will have to be red cap. Which makes this one elders. Going down, coal. A lot. Going this way, we need to mark off eyelet. Oops. Spelling. Okay, down here we have gadget. And really, at the end, it becomes so easy because there are so few answers left. DE, this would have to be W. And I don't know if I marked off pet. I didn't. Sometimes if you're going too fast, you forget to mark some of them off. This would be cedars. Anybody in the chat have a cedar tree in your yard? If so, write me a comment and tell me about it. I love to hear about what you all have growing on your yards. Okay, this one's going to be craft. You know, it's funny. People always tell me they're so into crafts, into arts and crafts. And then I bring arts and crafts stuff to the auction, and it seems like that's the stuff that never sells. I never quite understand that if people are really so into crafts, that isn't the stuff selling at auction. And I walk into those stores like Michael's and Joann's and Hobby Lobby, and that stuff is super duper high priced. I am always surprised at the prices they charge for the smallest, littlest thing at a craft store. Is it just me, or do y'all think that those craft supplies are really overpriced? Okay, edgier was filled in this way. 3-letter word with W has to be wet. And then going this way, this would be Tanner's. And my pen, I feel like, isn't writing very dark. Emerges. We can cross these out. Got all of the 7-letter words. Woohoo! Going down, this has to be matte. Okay, going across, this would be the tsetse fly. And then erases. Then we finish the 6s. Okay, passe. I have to tell you, when I was a teenager, I was always so worried that things were going to be passe. And then the older you get, the more you don't follow trends, you don't follow the fads or the current fashion. You want things that are classic and will get you from not only season to season, but year to year, and will be timeless. Or else you want things that are unique and will help you stand out, rather than trying so hard as a teenager to blend in with the crowd and just be part of the mainstream. Well, that completes my puzzle. Thank y'all ever so much for tuning in and curling up on the sofa and spending this time with me. If you're interested in these fill-in puzzles, let me know. I may bring some to auction on Saturday. And if you're interested in this cute candy dish, I also have a couple few available. And without further ado, I say, laissez bon temps rouler. Let the good times roll in your life, in your heart, and in your soul. Roll on and on and on.